Hello, guys. Welcome back to this strange live streaming. Why strange? Is because, okay, let me wait that you join a little bit. Join me. Okay. Hello, guys. Welcome back to this strange live streaming. Why strange? Because today we will not be able to rewatch this episode as always. Also because if you check the official streamers, it's impossible to find the episode. And even if I'm checking it through Amazon Prime here on the computer, it's impossible to find it. In fact, even in Japan, Amazon Prime is not still uploading the video. And in fact, we are about to rewatch it together with episode 74 next week. But as you all know, usually I am talking to you about the main themes, the main subjects in this episode that we watched, or for those who have watched it, or for those who have read the manga. Plus, there are the new theories I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, what's coming next? I really want to know about this too, and I wanted to share these thoughts together with you. So I think it's time for me to start because, as I told you, there's not a rewatch today. Let me say that one of the okay, if I look down, it's because I wrote some notes down. I think one main subject of this episode is the loss of something. As we saw at the beginning with Mikasa and Armin, and when they were discussing with Eren, both of them they have lost someone who is so dear to them, and in the case of Mikasa, we can say that it's like as if she has lost a member of her family. She has lost a brother. She has lost a lover. She has lost a certainty because, in my opinion, Mikasa feels as if Eren is something certain, something you can really relate to, but also you can rely on. So, um, and then there is even the loss of, sure, I mean, you saw that Mikasa was so sure about Eren in the previous episodes, and she was so determined, and she was saying, "Look, no, I don't believe you, Connie. Remember who Eren is," because she had a certain um, image of Eren. She was really sure of what Eren is, or what Eren was before this discussion. So when she was confronting him, she totally lost the image she has always had about Eren. And yeah, so this kind of loss is so well portrayed in this episode, and not only to Mikasa but even to Armin. I definitely think that even Armin is losing a brother, is losing a best friend, and he's losing his world somehow, because even in the past when we check season one, we see that um, Armin was always a part of this trio, and finally someone was ready to acknowledge him, and he was ready to tell him, "Okay, let's be part of us." That means Eren and Mikasa. So he was part of a team, and now this team is vanishing, is collapsing, is falling apart, and yeah, so you can really feel these a thing throughout the episode, and definitely this is one of the main subjects. Um, the loss of someone. We have always seen this sort of a subject throughout the previous seasons, and I think this is the usual subject we find from season one, season two, season three in many different ways and relating to different characters. So definitely, I think it's like losing a part of yourself, and yeah, it was really well portrayed. I really think so. The second subject that is always present in this story since season 3 part 1, when Kenny underlined it, is to be slave of something. In fact, Eren remarked this throughout most of the episode. I mean, I think the first 10 minutes it was dedicated to this subject. Um, to be slave of something. If you didn't follow my comments and thoughts of Tuesday, go and check it out, because I already talked to you about this as if it was an extended version. So go and check it out. But definitely here we see it in accusing uh, Armin and Mikasa to be slave of him, to be someone who is following orders and orders and orders. And we see Armin, who is a slave of Bertold, because he is following, in his opinion, I mean, in Eren's opinion, or let's say in Eren's statements, even if I think he's not true, but I'm going to talk to you about it later with another subject. But yeah, we see this theme going on and on and on. And I think from season 3, part 1, we can say that this theme is so real, and it's well described throughout all the characters. Do you remember when we were talking about being a slave of something? When we were talking about Edwin, for example, he was a slave of the basement. He had to reach that basement. He had to reach the truth, right? Also, in this case, we see that Eren, for example, is a slave for all the things I told you on Tuesday. Go and check it out. But then um, even these two other characters, Mikasa and Armin, always following, let's say, their love to praise Eren no matter what, or to excuse Eren no matter what. Yeah, this is really true. No matter if we love Mikasa, Armin, or Eren, but their actions are typical of a people who are following another person. Then, of course, what I believe is something different, because I really don't believe Mikasa is a slave of Eren, or I don't believe. Mikasa is doing this just because she's an Ackerman, and later I'm going to tell you why when I comment another subject of this episode. But absolutely, I think it's one thing is to be slave of something, and one thing is to be grateful for in order to praise someone because of what he or she did in the past. And I think Mikasa or Armin are not a slave of Eren. They are just friends. They are just, in the case of Mikasa, in my opinion, lovers, or they are just praising Eren because he was always there for them. And somehow, in different ways, Eren saved them. He saved Mikasa for what he for what she was passing through, and he saved even Armin. Do you remember when Armin was about to die because he was burnt after Bertold's attack? There was that sort of a flashback that Eren remembers about Armin, and it's like as if Armin was so frightened, he was crying and stuff like that, and Eren arrived, and he was behind the corner, but then he arrived in front of him, and he said, "Well, what's your name?" That means because after Armin said the important thing is that I'm trying, and then he's replying to him by asking his name. So Eren was a savior to both of them, and that's why they are just praising him. They are just grateful for his actions in the past, and they don't want to forget what Eren did to them. And in fact, another subject in this episode is that um, Mikasa and Armin don't want to forget. As you all know, in this story, since episode one, we get in touch with this subject because when Carla died, Eren is not forgetting throughout these seasons about what happened to Carla. So in this case too, I think Mikasa is not forgetting what Eren did to him. To her, sorry. As much as Armin is not forgetting what Eren did in the past for him. So they are pretty grateful, and I think Eren knows this. Uh, that's his way to counterattack by knowing their weak points and by using them as not because he's bad. I really believe Eren is not bad, but maybe, and I hope so. And I'm going to talk to you about it later with my theories for the future. They are going to discover it later, or he is about to talk to them later when there will be the proper time to discuss and to solve this problem he created to them. So it's just about time, in my opinion. We just have to wait and see before judging, as always. And as I told you on Tuesday, go and check it out. I was talking to you about all these characters in a Japanese anime that they seem to be villains or they seem to be bad, but actually they are not. They are just pretending to be what they are not to create something different, something opposite that can solve a huge problem in which they are all involved. It's just about time. But yeah, absolutely, this is a theme, this is a subject of not forgetting something or not forgetting what someone did. It's really essential in this story and in this episode, even with Levi, because many people are forgetting about Levi in this episode. What happened? I mean, many people, and that's why I put it on the thumbnail, because I don't want to forget about Levi. But many people were focusing on Eren, Mikasa, and Armin, but few people, or not so many people, were focusing on Levi, and I think he really deserves his space in this episode for sure. I think, yeah, in the case of Levi too, we have this subject in which he is not forgetting about what happened to Erwin, about what happened to his comrades in the past. So, absolutely. Uh, it's really remarked even in part two. I mean, in the second part, in the second half of this episode, for what we have seen till now, because of course next Sunday we will be able to see the end of episode 73 and the beginning of episode 74. So stay tuned and keep on watching me. um, Okay, so another great subject involved here in this episode, and it's so huge, we could talk about this for hours, is the theme of freedom. As I told you, not just on Tuesday, but even last week, or even the previous week, well, more and more and more, because I'm talking 2 hours and 2 hours every week. So um, if you don't follow me, of course you don't know what I'm saying. But if you like this story, I suggest you to go and check my comments and thoughts, but also my rewatch this episode. I mean, this live streaming is strange because, as I told you, I couldn't find the official streamers uh, giving me the possibility to rewatch the episode. But anyway, no problem, because next week we will about to rewatch two episodes in a row, so stay tuned. But yeah, this theme of freedom is so remarked, and there are different kinds of freedom. I think throughout this episode, we could be able to get in touch with the different kinds of freedom. The first type of freedom is the physical one. I mean, Is Eren free to do what he wants right now? Because in the past he was not. I mean, in the past he was joining the Chosahedan, that means the scouts, but he was not free, physically speaking, because he had always to follow orders. And he was not able to be instinctive or to do whatever he wanted. He was not able to um, be free to go out from walls when he wanted. He didn't have the chance to get in touch with his sort of a freedom he wanted to reach. So absolutely, I think that now is different because he thinks that he's more powerful than before, and now nobody can stop him. And why nobody can stop him is because he is essential to this story. So he has to do what he wants because he has a mission, and nobody else can say no. Otherwise, if the other people are going to say no, he's about to rebel and he's about to release his power. And nobody can stop him. He has the Shingeki no Kyojin, he has the Warhammer, he has the Shiso. So, ooh, he's so powerful right now. Even if Levi says to him, "Oh, stop! Don't do that." Uh, Eren maybe is about to say, "Look, who cares what you say?" Do you remember? He told Hanji about this. He said, "Look, whatever you're about to do, I can go out from this jail whenever I want. So you're not powerful, and you're not uh, as before. I mean, you were powerful in me in the previous seasons, but right now, this thing is over." Okay. So I agree with him when he says at the beginning, "Look, I'm free, and all decisions I make now." Okay, he didn't say now, but but I wanted to put it now because in the past it was not possible. Do you remember he was always under control? I mean, under Levi's control, and he had to follow him. Even in the forest in season one, when they were trying to attack Annie, he wanted to transform, but all the other comrades say, "No, no, Eren, don't do it. Trust us." Okay. um. So yeah, he can be physically free, but mentally he is not free. And I already talked to you about these in the comments and thoughts on Tuesday. Why, in my opinion, he is not free is because even if he's trying to move away, to run away from his feelings, and actually in this episode he could do it, he could resist 10 minutes because then he was moving his face away. So he didn't have to see them anymore in those bad conditions. Um, he was rude, but at the same time, I think that he still feels lots of love for Mikasa and Armin. And it's really painful and difficult for him to confront them in that situation, in that way. And that's why every time he has to convince himself, he has to repeat "tatakai, tatakai," because otherwise I'm about to be involved with my feelings, and that's something I don't want to do. Because if I try to remember how important Mikasa and Armin are to me, then my project, my mission will be over in a second. So he's not free regarding his feelings, and he's not even free because, as I explained you on Tuesday, in my opinion, he was never free because Grisha decided his life. He settled all his life and he managed it. I mean, he decided, okay, now you will become the Shingeki no Kyojin, and then you're about to collect all of my memories, so you know what to do. Um, he was not free since the beginning, or let's say since he became the Shingeki no Kyojin, he was not free anymore. Before that, when he was saying, "Look, um, I'm about to become part of the scouts," and his mother, I mean Carla, was against it. Mikasa was against it. Um, Grisha was not against it. He wanted to know the reason why. He wanted to go outside the walls, and because, I mean, maybe not maybe, because he did the same in Liberia, right? We are talking about Grisha right now. But Grisha made a mistake, a double mistake. He made a mistake with the Zeke, I told you already on Tuesday, and he repeated this mistake with Eren. So, Grisha, what are you doing? Look, at the beginning, I thought when I watched season one, I say, oh, look, Grisha is great because he's listening to it and he's appreciating the fact that he wants to discover the outside world. I mean, what's outside. So I appreciated the fact that while Carla was saying, no, 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 don't go outside, he was saying, okay, why do you want to go outside? Let him go, Carla. Let him go outside. So when I rewatch or when I think about that episode, I think, okay, this is good because finally a parent is saying, okay, let's give him a try. Let's let him try to do something that is unusual, that is different. Just because other people don't want to do this, that doesn't mean it's wrong. Okay. Now we have a different um, conclusion. Till now, let's say till now. Let's see what's going to happen later, of course. But till now, we understand. thanks to thanks to season 3, part 2, that mm, something was wrong. And yeah, Zeke could do what he, no, I mean, sorry, Grisha could do what he wanted with his life, but then he manipulated or he decided the lives of his sons, and this is wrong. This is what Zeke and Eren have in common. And yeah, I thought about this in these 2 days, and I wanted to reconfirm what I told you on Tuesday when I said when I said that when Zeke is telling, only you and I can understand, right, Eren? I can imagine that Zeke is talking about his life too. And he's talking about the fact that his father decided or imposed his himself, okay, himself to him, and that's what happened to it. And look, the fact that even now that I'm thinking about it, the fact that now Grisha wanted even to uh, show this key to it, and as if it was something to reach, something as a goal, okay. Yeah, that makes me think that Grisha, what did you do? Ah, and he said that he has learned his mistake in season 3, part 2, when he's talking about Kruga, but I don't think so. In a different way, he, I can say that he destroyed his sons' lives. So that's something bad. Look at Zeke. At the beginning, I remember in season 3, part 2, he was playing with toys. And he was, in that scene, he was so innocent because he was playing with toys. But look at him now. He became like a monster. And I feel sad for him, but I still want to know what are the reasons. why Zeke is behaving like this, as much as Eren and his decisions, or what did they say to one another in order to understand what's going on, because I still have to get Zeke's plan. So let's see what's going to happen. But definitely, um, freedom. Yeah, the theme, the subject of freedom is, ooh, I think one of the most important subjects, not just for this episode, but in general for the entire story. Because at the beginning, we saw a different type of a freedom, or a different way they wanted to reach freedom. But now, what sort of a freedom does Eren want to reach? I told you on Tuesday already my opinions. And I still believe that Eren is tired. I think after all the experiences uh, he has made throughout his life, I see, as much as I see the sadness and how tired Levi is when he has to attack all the times and over and over again, he's so tired. I can really feel that even Eren is tired. So, as I was saying to you on Tuesday, is this freedom meaning that he wants to be killed or that he wants to die? Because unfortunately, and I want to repeat this over and over again, unfortunately, especially here in Japan, there are lots of cases of people who decide to end their lives. And when they do this, they are convinced, they are deeply convinced that they can find freedom after their gesture. I mean, they can be free again, and they can be free from the pain they feel. They can be free from the conditions they are in, and they are free. So I'm thinking, if Eren is thinking the same way, I mean, I'm thinking as if Eren is tired and he wants to be killed. Of course, because he has to reach the final goal, uh, but also because he's tired and he has to end this bad world and carry with him all the mess that was created. So I think that if he's going to die, he will let other people shine, as happened in Naruto. I told you already on Tuesday. That means Mikasa and Armin, and he's going to be free one more time. I think forever. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen for sure. But another subject, yeah, and that's why I wanted to connect with what I'm saying, is that he has a great burden to carry. And in this episode, we saw it. His eyes are so beautiful, so well drawn, so well drawn. Sorry, um, I really like the difference between Eren of season one, the enthusiasm he had at the beginning when he was joining Chosa Heidan, and he was so happy because he thought, okay, I want to be part of these saviors who are about to save humanity. Yeah, the typical enthusiasm of a person who doesn't know anything. But now that he knows more than others, the pain, the mixed feelings that are about to change a person throughout this life he has lived. Wow, the difference of eyes is so beautiful. I think Mappa was so great. The eyes of Eren, Mikasa, Armin, while being in front of something that they don't want to hear, or something they have to say because there's no other choice. Wow, those eyes, they are one of the most beautiful things I've seen, thanks to Mappa. And yeah, the burden Eren has and the sacrifice he has to make in order to finish this story is so deep. Um, I don't want it to be in Eren's position, but he decided by himself to be a sacrifice to carry all this burden. Yeah, in that moment, he was free to choose by himself what to do. Yeah, that's true. But the consequences are unlimited because once you decided to carry a burden instead of others, and once you decided to sacrifice yourself, you are not free anymore when you involve your feelings because you know that you have to die, so you have to separate from your dear friends. You are about to disappear and you're not be able to live together with them as you have always wished, because I think Eren wanted to live longer too, but by deciding this, he knows he accepted the fact that other people deserve to live rather than him, and well, that's admirable. For some reasons, I really admire Eren because, well, I don't know if I would have been able to do the same. I admit it. I mean, I'm really honest right now. If they tell me, look, you have to save the world, and that means you have to carry a great burden full of pain, full of regrets, full of bad thoughts, and you have to tell your friends that you hate them and you don't like them, you have never liked them, and stuff like this. And then you have a time limit, so you will not be able to spend years and years with them. You will not be able to grow up. You will not be able to have a family, etc., 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 etc. I don't know if I would have the courage to do something Eren is doing. So that's why I really admire him for his choices and for the fact that he wants to protect others. And this is so clear to me. I don't understand why there are people still saying, look, Eren is bad right now. Eren changed. Eren, now he hates other um, other people. He doesn't care. He's the villain. He is the antagonist. I don't think so. I think Eren is just the anti-hero, and he decided to become the anti-hero in order to let other people shine. Come on, if you love the, I said it already in on Tuesday, but if you love Itachi, how can you not understand Eren right now? I mean, when there was Naruto, many people were saying my favorite character is Itachi because he was so kind. No matter what, he wanted to protect his brother, even if he said bad things to him. Blah 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 blah. So why now people are not understanding Eren? He is doing the exact same thing. Why? Why people are saying, yeah, Eren, you're bad because you did what you did to Mikasa, that's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong, but he did it because Mikasa is going to be part of the future. So you have to think like that, in my opinion. You don't have to think that Eren is bad towards Mikasa. It's just that uh, he wanted to protect his dear people, and that's why Eren is like Itachi. There's there's nothing different. Why do you think that Eren is behaving different? I think absolutely this is something obvious to me. Then, of course, if I am about to say something wrong, and that, I don't know. I really don't know. But that's what I believe right now. Um, oh no, ecco qui, ancora sei italiano, ancora che mi chiedi dove guardo l'episodio. Ti prego. C'è scritto nel primo commento in alto sul video, cioè sotto al video, c'è scritto nella descrizione del canale, c'è scritto dappertutto. Non so più in che lingua dirlo. Ti prego, non fare le stesse domande. Ti prego, se hai visto il reaction, hai anche visto il primo commento che è taggato in alto. Quindi, perché continuate a chiedermi dove l'ho visto? Perché ok. Sorry, I open a bracket because people are keeping asking me, where did you watch it? Where did you watch it? Where did you watch it? Okay, throughout these 2 years, I was really kind because I always answered to you. You can check even in season 3, part 2. There are lots of comments repeating, where did you watch it? Where did you watch it? Where did you watch it? Okay, let me repeat it once again. I hope this would be the last time, even if I really doubt it. Because if the movies will come out about Shingeki no Kyojin, or if the second part of Shingeki no Kyojin, or if I'm going to react to other anime, that you will not be able to, or if I upload videos so fast, you will say, oh, you're fast. That's why you upload illegal videos. Yeah. No. Okay. The answer is that I live in Japan and I am watching it on TV. So that's why I upload the videos so fast, but I'm not the only one. I mean, if you write on the search bar, Shingeki no Kyojin season 4, blah 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 reaction. On Sunday, I'm not the only one uploading these videos so fast. I think I am the fourth or the fifth uploading, so someone is even faster than me. But I watched it on TV. And what I did is not illegal because it appeared on TV. I didn't use any illegal streamer. And that's why today there was supposed to be the rewatch, but I'm not rewatching the episode because usually I follow official streamers. So please, uh, I already explained in the community that I already have the footage of the camera shooting the fact that I'm watching it from TV, and there are even the commercials before the episode that unofficial streamers can't have, and that's it. So please, where do you watch it? Where can I get the link? Where do you watch it? I watch it on TV. Because if you check the about section of the channel, I live in Japan. But if you check the comments, instead of repeating the same question over and over again, you see that in the first comment, I wrote, I live in Japan. So I think that's why. That is it. Hope you enjoyed it. No, I'm joking, but ecco qui. I don't want to go against you personally, but try to put yourself in my position. After thousands and thousands of same comments, okay, I think after 2 years and a half, I'm still here, and I'm still here answering to you. But I think some people should get info about the channel, or they should try to scroll and check the other comments, so you will find the answer no matter what. Okay, but this is not something personal against you, because I don't want to go against people who are kindly asking me things. But when you have the same question over and over again, or when they are accusing you for nothing or for something they don't understand, because I'm so tired. I mean, people are accusing me just because I do what I do, but okay. Did you understand now? I mean, I live in Japan, and that's why I could be able to watch the episode. And I feel sorry for those who can't still, but don't worry, Sunday is coming, and you will be able to find a combo episode, because there will be two episodes in a row without the commercials. I think they will not put the commercials in between, or they will not put two times the opening. They will go with the flow. I mean, they will go on until the end of episode 74, and they put them together. That's my opinion. Sorry, ecco qui, don't feel offended for my answer, but look, you were the last one after thousands and thousands of same comments that I constantly receive, and it's something that gets me bored. Not you in particular, but all the people who are not reading the first comments of the reaction video. You can check it even now. But anyway, okay, going back to what I was saying, there is another subject, another great subject, that is the subject of hate. Hate connected with a protection, that it's something antithetical. I mean, it's something strange, because on one side you see that Eren seems to hate Mikasa, just by saying, "Look, I've hated you since the beginning." It makes me laugh. Now, in the reaction video, I was crying because I told you, I explained you already on Tuesday, the fact that I was crying because you get in touch with these characters at the beginning, and you see that they are a nice trio. They shared so many negative experiences. They built their relationships thanks to the difficulties they have throughout their lives. And suddenly, Eren has to separate from them. And even if he tried to do this in a kind way, that was not enough, because Mikasa wouldn't accept this. Armin wouldn't accept this. So the only way to separate himself from them is to say something bad. And as I told you 2 minutes ago, it's quite admirable, because look, let's put ourselves in Eren's position, because usually they ask me, why don't you put yourself in Gabi's position? Gabi is really nice. Gabi is doing this just because she was instructed. Okay, I did it. But now I wanted to put myself in Eren's position. It's really hard for him to say, look, Mikasa, I've always hated you since the beginning. This is something really hard for him to say. But as I told you, if he would have said, look, Mikasa, right now I want to protect all of you, and my goal is to die so you will survive. Okay, if he said something like this, Mikasa would have said absolutely no. So, of course, he knew that, and he had to find another way. As much as for Armin, if Eren said to Armin, look, Armin, I have a plan. I'm going to be killed by you guys, and you're about to survive. And probably if I die, also the curse is going to vanish, so you will be able to live longer. So let me die, or kill me, kill me, please. This would have never happened, don't you think? Let's try to imagine if Eren was kind, and if Eren had to say his feelings or his projects so clearly, so obviously. It was better for Eren to find a way, a different way to be hated and to save them. So this contrast between hate, fake hate, and protection is really underlined here. Another great subject is past versus present, because as I was saying to you some minutes ago, before, I think that the past was something, the present is something else, and these two things are fighting right now, especially in Mikasa's mind. She has a deep vision and a clear vision of what Eren is, in her opinion, and what Eren is, in Armin's opinion. That there is this contrast, and it's so sudden. Oh, it's happening now, and I have never expected to find as if I am Mikasa right now. I've never expected to find Eren so changed, and he's so changed that I can't even touch him anymore. I can't even reach him anymore. And for Mikasa and Armin, this is so painful because they know that things are not going to change no matter how much they try. And this is so different from the past. Look, um, just 20 episodes ago, things were different. Okay, they seem to be so many. In fact, 20 episodes, they are so many. But if we think about the story, wow, they were spending time with Eren before he decided to do everything by himself. So even after um, um, winning against Bertold Reiner, after they decided to trade in order to be ready for this attack from Marley, they were together. They spent time together, but they still can't believe that Eren is not their Eren, the concept of Eren they have. But yeah, Mikasa, Armin, I suggest you to wait a little bit because I'm pretty sure that in the future, Eren is going to explain you everything. Or, oh, look, I have a theory right now. It's better if I tell you now because otherwise later I'm going to forget. What if, what if Eren is about to write a letter as much as Yumiru or Ymir, whatever, she did with Historia. Oh, in this letter, maybe Eren is writing, look, Mikasa, I didn't hate you for real. I really loved you since day one, but the only way I had in order for you to survive was to tell you that I really hate you and so sorry for what happened, so sorry for what I told you, but don't mind it because I really loved you instead. What this could be. Oh, look, if this happens, I'm going to cry one more time because I'm really sensitive about these things. Yeah, what if he is going to write a letter? Now, after he dies, because I'm really convinced Eren unfortunately dies. But after he dies, she's about to find this letter Eren wrote before, and uh, so painful. Okay, I don't want to think about it, but do you understand my theory? Okay. Another great subject here involved is the silence. If you follow Shingeki no Kyojin since season one, or even if you check the previous episode, episode 13, you know that there is this moment of silence. That is anticipating something that is bad, that is catastrophical, that is something that is changing the plot or something like that. But the terror, I mean, the feeling of um, fear that is created with this silence, this is so beautiful. In the previous episode, it happened when Zeke was trying to uh, explain things about his spinal fluid. And while there was this flashback of Aragako, you heard this silence before the attack or before they breathed the Zeke spinal fluid. But look, the silence gives me chills. Do you remember even when they go back to the basement? There is this silence with this terrific music that is, ugh. It gives me chills even now that I watched it, I think, 3 times already. Yeah, the silence. This is so important, and you can really feel it. It's something strange to say, but how can you feel silence, right? This is something crazy, something unbelievable, but you can. I think a sound, the sound of silence. Look, there was even the song "Hello, Darkness, my old friend." No, it was this one. Yeah, the sound of silence. Yes, Silence has a sound, and it's so powerful because even in real life, when you are surrounded by silence, you are afraid to think about things. You are afraid to remember things. So many people prefer to be surrounded by lots of noise, or they prefer to watch a movie, to hear a song and stuff like that, because they don't want to be surrounded by silence because it's fearful. And I really agree with this. Yeah, the silence here in Shingeki no Kyojin is fearful, and I really felt it. Yeah. Another subject is, sorry, I go a little bit faster because many things I already said that on Tuesday, so it's pointless for me to repeat them. But yeah, another subject, another theme involved in this episode is brotherhood. Look, right now, as you all know, I'm following Full Metal Alchemist, but even in other anime, there is this concept of brotherhood, this main theme that you can see. For example, we see it in Demon Slayer with Nezuko and Tanjiro. We see it in Naruto with Itachi and Sasuke, but even a relationship based not on blood related things like Naruto and Sasuke, and you see it here with Zeke and Eren. These are two Jaeger brothers. I think they will explain many things later. I think we will understand why Eren now he's talking about his brother as his brother. I mean, he is really convinced, and it's a difference because do you remember in season 3, part 2? He didn't know who Zeke was, but when he was meeting him the first time, and Zeke was saying clearly that Grisha was his father, even if Eren didn't understand it immediately. But in Japanese, I think he said Oji-chan, or no, Oji-chan, Ji-chan. No, he said, he didn't say Oto-san, Oyaji or something. But okay, he said a particular term for father that when you say it in Japanese, you refer directly to your father. So it's not anata no otosan that means your father. Okay. Now he was saying, Zika was saying a particular term that in Japanese makes you understand that he's talking about his father. That means Grisha. So but yeah, these brotherhood. And even in Full Metal Alchemist, we saw Edward and all. Brotherhood is really important to Japanese stories. I mean, to Japanese anime, and I really like this. Even if in this case we have a strange brotherhood that I still don't get it. I mean, I still don't understand the Zeke's plan entirely, and I don't know why now Eren feels as if Zeke is really his brother, as if he really cares. Okay, there has to be a reason here for sure. Um, Another great theme in this episode, subject, whatever, is lies versus truth. Do you remember 2 episodes ago, I guess, or 3, I don't remember. But Yelena was talking to Pixies, and Pixies said, "Look, do you know how to tell me everything? You just mixed lies with the truth." I think this is what Eren is doing. I mean, he's saying many things right now to Mikas and Armin, but they are all truths, but not entirely truths. Okay, do you understand what I mean? There is even something regarding lies involved here, and it's a mixture, lies and truth all together, and they are creating something that is something in between. Huh? I think this is what happened even with Zeke when he was trying to explain about his spinal fluid, and in fact, Levi believed it. He didn't ask himself more as Hanji would have done, and in fact, she did. Actually, she did it. But I think what Erin is saying to Mikasa is partially true, but not entirely. And the same thing goes for Armin and what he told to Armin. That was partially true, not entirely. Otherwise, I already explained you on Tuesday. If what Eren is saying to Armin is true, okay, even in this case, Eren is influenced by Kruga, by Grisha, and by all the previous owners of the Shingeki no Kyojin somehow, or he's influenced by Frida because he inherited the Shiso Titan from Grisha, so, or he's influenced right now from the Warhammer, so he can also change himself based on the owners. I don't know, but he said this to Armin, but this could be true even for him at this point. And then when he was talking about um, Mikasa and the Ackerman clan. Look, I wanted to say one thing because I was thinking about these in these previous days that I was keep thinking about this blah 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 over and over again. Eren said that Mikasa is behaving like this because she had in front of her the king of Eldia, and once she got in touch with him, and she understood that he is the one to be protected. She released her power, her Ackerman power, and now she has headaches because she's in contrast. Her real identity is in contrast with these powers she released, and blah 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 blah. What about Levi? I mean, Levi, for what I know, he released that Ackerman power, let's call it like this, when in the OAV, he realized that his comrades, I mean, his two friends, were dead. And he became a demon because he destroyed that Titan. Okay, that scene was something. I rewatched it yesterday, and it was like, wow, I think he released his Ackerman power over there. But in that case, who was the king of Eldia to be protected in Levi's case? I don't understand. Plus, I don't think Levi has headaches. Okay, maybe because his identity is not in contrast with this releasing of power that he released, but it doesn't make sense. Why Levi doesn't have the same experience as Mikasa? Okay, maybe people think, oh no, the king the king of Eldia, or the person to be protected in Levi's opinion was Erwin, but no, because no, or yes, no, because when he realized that, he didn't release the Ackerman power regarding Erwin or something that happened to Erwin. No, it doesn't make sense. That's why I think, why? Why Eren is saying something like this to Mikasa, but then it's not happening to Levi? I don't understand this. And that's why that makes me think that even Eren is mixing a little bit truth and lies all together to create something that maybe Mikasa and Armin, if they hear something like that, they can be convinced and they are starting believing what I say because I am Eren, so of course they will believe everything I say. But it's not working, I guess. And in fact, I liked somehow, even if it's from another point of view, but I really liked when Mikasa didn't confirm his thoughts. Of course, she is doing this because she is moved by feelings she has for Eren. But even the thing he said to regarding Bertold, I mean, when he was talking to Armin, I don't believe it, honestly, because I really think that Annie was liking Armin. I mean, she liked Armin. And some people say no, Armin didn't like Annie. I don't think so. I mean, in season one, he was the only one. I mean, Armin was the only one saying that Annie was kind. And okay, Armin is shy. He can't deliberately say, "Look, Annie, I love you." It's not going to happen. But the fact that he remarked the kindness Annie had and how kind she was in his opinion, that's already a starting point. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't think he's forced by Bertolt's thoughts to like Annie or to desperately being in love with Annie. That's why now he's meeting Annie. Blah blah blah. No, I don't think so. It could be true, but that doesn't mean that it's true. Do you understand? So, I think here lies are mixed with the truth, and Eren played with that as much as Zeke played with that towards Levi and all the others when he was explaining this spinal fluid thing with the gas, la la la. Mm. Another another great theme, great subject here is weaknesses versus strengths. Why I decided to put this in this episode is because Eren is saying to Armin, "Look, I am stronger than you, more or less." I mean, he's saying, "Did you know why, Armin? You have never tried to fight against me. It's because you wouldn't have been able to beat me." That's wrong. I already explained you on Tuesday why I don't agree with this, but this is another sentence he has to say to provoke him or to make him believe that he's changed because he knows Armin's weak points. Okay, as much as he knows Mikasa's weak points. He's just touching the weak points that he knows that they are so terrible and the things that are so bad to say on purpose. And yeah, he has always known that Armin is not the typical person who is about to punch others or to create a fight. Armin always wanted to create peace and to talk no matter what, even against Bertold in those final moments in season 3, part 2. He always wanted to find a way to talk. That's why when Eren is saying, "Look, I was always stronger than you," that's the way to provoke him because that's his weak point. Of course, it's something like this. I still believe this, and I truly believe that Eren is just acting. Okay, he has his goal to reach. Okay, and of course he got in touch with new info thanks to Zeke. Yes, but what he's saying to Mikasa and Armin, no, I don't believe him still. No, no, no. No. Then, if he's going to turn so bad and he's going to show me that he really meant those words, okay, I'm about to change my mind, but not now, not yet. um, oh, another last subject that I want to talk to you about is this there's no other choice subject, I mean a theme, because throughout this season 4 we saw it many times. I mean, we saw many times the fact that even Eren said it, shikatanai, I mean there's no other choice. Even Levi here in this episode, he has to kill his comrades because there's no other choice. That doesn't mean he likes to do this. That doesn't mean he wants to do this, but because he has to do this. And that means there is no choice. It has to be done. No matter the pain I feel. And the fact that he wants to remove the pain he feels from his heart while doing this. Ooh, it's like when the Pixies said, "Look, Zachary died, but we have to put this pain aside. Otherwise, we will never find a way to go away from this mess. And this is what Levi is doing too. He knows that in front of him he doesn't have titans. He has his comrades turned into titans, and this is even painful. More, this is even more painful, but he has to do this. Otherwise, he will not be able to survive, and he still has something to do. Because I think, look, guys, I don't think Levi wants to survive even after. I mean, I don't feel that Levi wants to survive after Aaron's death or for the future. His own goal now is to um, keep that promise he made to Erwin. That means I have to kill the Beast Titan. And once Zeke will be dead, probably he will say, "Okay, now I reached my goal, and there's no reason why I should be go on living." Do you understand? I have this feeling. Levi still wants to survive just because he has this thing to do and because he promised this to Erwin. But that doesn't mean that after this, if he will be able to do this, I don't think he really wants to go on living. I think he will say, "Okay, I'm done. I finished all I had to do, and now it's my time to die." This is what I believe. But okay, okay. Now we start with the theories. My theories regarding what's happening next. Ooh, okay. First of all, I want to say one thing one more time. Um, for those who are following unofficial streamers, from what I've heard from you guys who wrote in the comments, this episode for you finished with the Levi versus Zeke battle. I mean, with this great fight, etc., etc. In my case, or you can ask to all the people who were watching it here in Japan, um, there was one more scene. I mean, there was the scene of um, Flock against the Savis, and when the Jaegerists appear, and Flock is asking, "Okay, do you want to join us, Shinzo Sasageo, etc., etc." No. Okay, let's not talk about it. But, there was even that scene in which Flock was asking, "Do you want to prove me that you want to join the Jaegerists?" Okay, the only way is to punch or to hit Savis. If you do it, this will make me understand that you are able to join us or something like that. And then in that specific moment, the episode finished. So if you watched it from Japan, I mean, if you watched it on TV as I did, you could have seen even that scene too. So my question is, what's about to happen to Savis? I am afraid because will he be punched? Sorry, I didn't say this on Tuesday. I want to say it now because I forgot before going on. I'm talking about Savis when he heard the name of Eren Yeager and the fact that they are Jäger Ha, that means Jaegerists, and he made a sad face suddenly. That sad face makes me remember that episode in which he's explaining why he didn't feel special to this world, and when he met Carla, and he was talking to her about being special, being elected, being the leader, etc., etc. In fact, he was supposed to be replaced by Erwin because even Erwin was special. Blah 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 blah. Blah. I think when he heard the name of Eren, he knows all the story Eren had to pass through, and he remembered even Carla's answer, and he remembered even how he was not special to this world one more time because now he's about to be beaten because they want to follow someone else. They want to follow the leader, and in this case, the leader is not Savis, but is Eren. So one more time, there is this figure of Eren as if is the one who is replacing him. And Savis doesn't feel special at all throughout all his life. And here is really remarked with that sad face he made. Okay, on Sunday you will be able to check it out too. But there is an instant in which he's making that sad face after hearing Eren's name. And I don't know if he's doing this because he feels that he's not special to this world as always, or because he knows what happened to Eren. I mean, he knows that Grisha turned him into a Titan and now he's used by others one more time, as much as when he was transformed into Titan, and that means Grisha used him for his purpose, not because of Eren becoming a hero or something like that. But okay, what's about to happen to Savis? I think they will beat him. I mean, I think that Savis is. I don't want to think that he is about to die. Please, no. But I think these people are about to beat him and to prove Flock and the others that they are able or they want to join the Jaegerists. Let's see. But, okay, this would be great, guys. If in that moment Eren is coming. Because I still have to understand. Now, Eren and Mikasa and Armin are going to Shiganshina. Why Shiganshina? Yeah, because Eren said everything started from there, from Shiganshina. That's true. But now even Savis and the others are in Shiganshina, right? So probably he's coming. In the same moment Savis is punched or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. But then I want to ask you another. No, okay, don't answer because I don't want the spoilers. But if you checked when Eren is talking about Shiganshina and we see the wall, there is a hole. I mean, there is a hole in that wall of Shiganshina that was rebuilt thanks to the armor. I mean, thanks to Eren's armor. But why? Is that because Eren decided to maybe there's a hole because when Eren started to go to Marley by himself, he escaped or he went away from there. But no, it doesn't make sense. Why there is that hole in the wall? Why? Because it means, okay, let me think 1 second. When Eren is talking to Hanji, Sasha already died. But then he escaped from the jail and he reached that top of the hill, let's say. And he was asking Flocka, how many are we and stuff like that. Did he make that hole at that time when he escaped from jail? This could be possible. But why? It doesn't make sense to make that hole. Because he could have transformed into the Shingeki no Kyojin and he could have... I don't understand that hole in Shiganshina's wall. I don't understand it. No. No. Then there is this meeting point with Zeke, and Zeke is so convinced Eren will remember where that place is, in my opinion, is the basement, guys. They will meet in the basement. But now, look, he is going with Mikasa and Armin to Shiganshina. Hanji is with the Jaegerists. But what about Connie and Flock? Because in the scene of Savis versus Flock, I saw Hanji only. I mean, I didn't see Connie, I didn't see John. Maybe I didn't see them, but they were there. I don't remember. But I think there was a Hanji only. So where are Connie and John? Yeah, they stayed with the Falco? Maybe. Uh-huh. Wait, and wait. If Zeke now is coming, no, wait. Okay, wait. Levi and Zeke, they are going somewhere now, right? In my opinion, Levi said it, he confirmed it at the beginning. He wants that Zeke is eaten by a Jaegerist. So now Levi is going to Shiganshina too, because the Jaegerists are over there right now. Eren, Mikasa, Armin, they are going to Shiganshina too. But if Zeke is reaching Shiganshina and he can regain his usual appearance, and he's screaming one more time, Falco, Pixies, and all the others are about to be transformed into Titan. So they do a Shiganshina part 2. Because over there, everything started. So do they want to start the rumbling over there? Plus, there is that scene when Zeke is throwing that baseball ball to Eren. And I wanted to know more about that meeting. Why they don't explain anything? I want to know. I mean, I want to know what did they say to one another and to understand their plan. Maybe they will let us understand when they meet. I mean, maybe Eren and Zeke will meet, actually. Because at the end of the Zeke and Levi's fight, if you noticed while watching my reaction video, I say, suddenly, because I see that, and I agree with one of the comments I found on the reaction video too. There was a part of Zeke left in the forest, and it's moving. Okay, and that's why I said, what? That part is Zeke's part? But if it's over there, why? This is confusing me now. I don't know what to think anymore. The only thing I know is that now they go to Shiganshina. Okay, in Shiganshina there is that hole. In Shiganshina's wall, there is that hole, that breach, okay? Now that I think about it, there is even a peak Reiner, Galliard. So Ishigashina is about to start the mess because look, I don't know where this restaurant is, the Nicolo's restaurant. If it's in Shigashina, that means a peak is there already. That means maybe a Reiner is there too. They are about to meet all in Shigashina. I mean, Eren, Mikasa, Armin, they are about to go to Shigashina. Hanji is in Shigashina because of, I think, where Savis is Shigashina, right? Or it's somewhere next to it, next to the wall Maria. Anyway, Levi is coming to Shigashina, in my opinion, because he has to find the Jaegerists. Everybody is going over there. Falco is in the restaurant still. Pixies and all the others are still over there because they felt the tremor, this feeling of a shaking or something like that. Oh my. Oh no. So Ishigashina is about to start the rumbling. But I have another question that I still don't understand. Do you remember when the Pixies said, so you decided to start it right now, right, Zeke? That means he knew about that. That means that Yelena told him when he was meeting Yelena, he told him what was about to happen. And maybe Pixies didn't decide to believe her because at that time he said, look, mix it with some lies. And but anyway, tell me everything you talked with Eren. So maybe Pixies already knew from Yelena this project, but he didn't believe her because he said, oh, maybe that's another lie, and that's why it's better not to believe her entirely. But then it happened. And then the Pixies said that while Zeke was screaming and they felt as if they were shaking their bodies. Where is Yelena now? Because that's the point. We didn't see what happened after. After she talked to Pixies, where did she go? Where is she right now? Is she still confined? I mean, over there as all the other volunteers? I don't know. But I want to know what she told the Pixies because this could be really interesting to understand. For real. I don't know what's going to happen now. But definitely, I'm pretty sure that when Zeke is saying, only you and I can understand this, Eren, I think Zeke is about to explain something, or we understand something from Zeke's past, or we understand something in the background, so we understand even what they do understand that other people don't. Because otherwise, I don't understand. I don't understand this point. There is a missing piece of the puzzle because maybe if they let us understand what happened to Zeke in the past or what he told Eren when they met in Marley, whatever, we can understand Zeke's plan. We can understand everything, right? There is a missing thing here. Something that we don't know until they explain. Only you and I know this. We know the reasons, Eren. And then he is also saying, while he is carried by the other three titans and he's trying to escape from the forest, he's saying, uh, what is he saying? Levi, you don't understand anything about the world or something like that. So if you don't tell me, Zeke, how am I supposed to know? Do we already know this info Zeke is referring to, or it's a something different? I mean, it's something that still has to come and we still have to get it. I don't know. But definitely there has to be an explanation really soon because this Zeke's plan, I don't understand it. One thing is to stay on Paradise side. No, no. One thing is staying on Elia's side. Yeah, but look, what you did in the forest was not planned to be staying on the side of Elia at all. What is he doing? Oh, this confuses me a lot. I don't I don't understand. I hope they will explain me many other things regarding Zeke soon. Because there's the only way I can understand step one, step two, step three. Otherwise, I'm going to stay to step one forever. Okay, let me go back. So I try to understand Zeke more. I'm trying because I don't get it. In season 3, part 2, we see that Zeke is brainwashed by Grisha and by his no, by his grandpa. No, wasn't he brainwashed even by his grandpa? No, by Grisha only. And then no, wait. Okay, Grisha brainwashed Zeke. He was told to fake to be on Marley's side, and he said Wakata. He said, "Okay, I understood." But then he betrayed his parents, and he said, "Damn." And they went to Paradise. I mean, Grisha, Dinah, Fritz, and all the others, that means Grice, blah, 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 they went to Paradise. So Zeke, while he did something like that, he did it because he wanted to pretend to stay on Marley's side, or because he was tired that the Grisha brainwashed him. Because if it's number one, it means that he's following it's following Grisha's plan. That we still have to understand because why he has to attack Paradise people if he's following Grisha's plan? I don't get it. If he's rebelling because of Grisha's brainwashing thing, that means he's on Marley's side, but it's impossible because he's not. He betrayed them. There has to be something in between. I don't get it. Mm. There are these two things, okay? There is one thing is that he's following what Grisha told him. I'm talking about Zeke. That means to pretend to be Marley's side, but to blah, 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 to find a way to save Eldia, to create this Eldia empire, blah blah blah. And the other option is that he is going against Grisha because he was brainwashed since the beginning. But does that mean he's on his grandpa's side at this point? No. Because if if Zeke was on his grandpa's side, he wouldn't have betrayed Marley, right? Marley, whatever. I'm trying to understand, but I don't understand. Oh my! Look, 本当に Then I'm curious because going back to season 3, part 2, we see that, of course, he pointed at Grisha, Dinah, by saying that they were traitors and they were. I mean, he rebelled. Okay, to Grisha Daina. But I don't know if he's following, one more time, I don't know if he's following Grisha's suggestion or he's going against Grisha on purpose. Okay, but anyway, after that, I mean, after he pointed Grisha and the others went to Paradise, what happened to Zeke? I mean, there is this black hole that we have between what happened before, that means that he was brainwashed by Grisha, Dinah, etc., Look, let's open the book. Mm. And then we see Zeke, that is already a teenager, for example, in season 4, at the beginning of season 4, and he is the main character of this group of candidates, okay, of the Titans, the official Titans. But what happened in between? For example, who was eaten by Zeke? Which, I mean, we don't understand this moment between when he is rebelling against Grisha and when he already was a beast titan. There is this black hole, let's say, that we don't understand the story. And that's why I don't understand his plan too, because there's something missing here. There is something missing. So then when he met Eren, he explained that black hole, in my opinion, because the rest we all know. I mean, maybe he explained, as omniscient viewers, we already know that he was brainwashed by Grisha, right? So even if Eren is explaining, even if Zeke is explaining this to Eren, we already know this. But maybe Zeke is commenting what happens after Zeke, after Grisha died and the other went to Paradise, because that's important. That's what we don't know still. What do we know about Zeke? Yeah, there is the scene he's launching this baseball ball. That means that he likes baseball. Okay, and in fact, he's using it even at the beginning of season 4, right? When he was a teenager, he was talking to Peak and all the other candidates. I think he has this ball in hand when he's talking. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't remember. But then there is this baseball reference next to Eren. This is so for like that means that we know that Zeke was there with him, and he. Do you remember in my previous theories at the beginning? I thought that those letters were sent to Zeke instead, but then we discovered that no, they were sent to Mikasa and the others. Yeah, look at this thing of the baseball stuff. Even in season 3, part 2, we know Zeke as the one who's throwing rocks. So he's loving baseball so much. But I don't understand what happened after his parents were sent to Paradise. Okay, after that, what happened? He stayed with his grandpa and with his grandma. Yes, of course. We saw that after, I mean, at the beginning of season 4, when he is coming back, other people are meeting their parents. He is meeting grandpa and grandma. So that means that he was staying with grandpa and with grandma after he sent Grisha, Dinah Fritz, and the others to Paradise, right? So even grandpa, maybe while he was staying with Grisha, he was brainwashing him one more time. I mean, he was saying, what Grisha told you was wrong. Look, you have to repeat this, and this, as grandpa did with Grisha at the beginning. Maybe, ooh, I don't know. Yeah, but how did he become the Beast Titan? I don't understand. He became as a candidate, as all the others. Wait, I have to think 1 second. When he was together with a tiny Reiner, tiny Peak, tiny Marcel, and the others, he was already a Beast Titan, or not? I don't understand. I mean, he was about to be chosen too, or not? Was he already chosen as a Beast Titan? I don't understand. Hmm. Okay, I don't know, but there is this a thing missing in between. So I hope the because now Eren is on the side of Zeke for what he heard anyway. So maybe Eren, no matter if he's faking with Mikasa and Armin because he loves them instead, but maybe he got in touch. He said Zeke knows more than Marley about what's going on, or he knows more than anybody. So he talked to Zeke, and based on what Zeke said, he convinced Eren somehow. Or not that he convinced, but I don't think Eren is convinced by anybody because he's free from that point of view. I mean, he's not tricked by Zeke. But anyway, he heard what he had to say, and what he had to say is that missing part. We all know. We all don't know that missing part. After Grisha went to Paradise with Dinah, and Zeke as a Beast Titan, there is a hole that I hope it will be explained because otherwise there is no turning point. I don't understand the story itself. But what is that missing part of Zeke in the forest? That there is one thing moving in the forest over there. Maybe it's an arm. Oh my, wait. When Levi is taking him away, does he have both arms? Oh, I can't rewatch the episode right now. Oh, otherwise I would have confirmed it one more time. Oof, I have to wait for Sunday. No! Did he have two arms, guys? And maybe you also didn't watch it. I don't know. Does Zeke? Let me think. Levi is talking to Zeke and he's saying the worst things to him. But then when he is taking him away, does he have the two arms or the two legs? Or there is one arm and one leg left in the forest because there was something moving over there. What is that? Oh, this story drives me crazy. In my opinion, they wanted to finish part one now. I mean, really soon. That means after two episodes, after two episodes, because they wanted to start the rumbling. So in part two, we will about to watch the rumbling and all the consequences of this rumbling. And that's why it will be epic because it will be the final battle. Yeah. Yeah. The rumbling will start. That means Eren and Zeke will meet, and there will be the chance. Ma, one thing when they started the rumbling, there is no sacrifice involved. I mean, if Zeke is touching Eren while he is transformed as the Beast Titan, and he can remain as a person, Eren, right? He doesn't have to transform into the Shingeki no Kyojin, right? So he is touching Zeke somehow, as he did with the Dinah. No, no, he has to transform too. Because at that point in season two, when he touched Dinah, because Dinah was not an intelligent Titan at that moment. Because maybe if Dinah was the Beast Titan, for example, or the female Titan, probably in that moment in season 2 they could have started the rumbling already. Can you imagine? So Eren can stay as a normal person. I mean, without transforming, and he just have to touch Zeke, that is transformed into the Beast Titan. But if they wanted to start the rambling, why they didn't do this in Liberio already? Yeah, okay, Zeke was supposed to stay on Marley's side, and that's why he wanted to convince others, blah, 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 blah. But he could, unintentionally, by faking that it was unintentionally, he could have touched the Zeke already. And the rumbling started. Why they didn't do that? If they really wanted to start the rumbling, why they didn't try to do it at that time, even if Zeke was about to be discovered that he was a traitor. Nothing is changing because even now he is considered as a traitor. So there's no difference. Why? 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 No, wait a second. The part in which they have to get Historia pregnant is before. Yeah, because Eren has a short hair. No. I'm confusing myself right now. Come on. The part when Historia decides to get pregnant is after. Yes. No. No. No, 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 no. It's before. This story blows my mind. I'm trying to find a way to resolve this, but anyway, okay. Anyway, I'm thinking that they will start the rumbling, and that in part 2 we will see the rumbling. That's why they decided to stop it here. I mean, in 2 episodes, it will not happen something as if it's an action episode. Do you understand? There will not be a battle, in my opinion, because the final battle will be put in the second part or in the movies, whatever. Because that part will be like season 3, part 2. That means boom, 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 boom. I don't know if there will be a movie or not, but they are going to announce it on Anime Japan for sure. The 28th. Look, the 28th, that is Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Japanese hour, there will be the official live streaming of Anime Japan. That means I'm going to watch it this time because even if it's before the last episode, I wanted to see the announcement. If they announce something, I want to know. Anyway. And then we will see the preview of what's happening on Sunday, the same Sunday, the 28th of March. But yeah, they're going to announce something, I guess, because the Seiyu are coming, maybe Kaji or the trio, maybe. But let me tell you what's happening next, in my opinion. I mean, in part 2. They will start in part 2 or the movies. I don't know. It will be different, guys, because if part 2 will be with episodes, like part 1, I will make all the reaction videos as always. But if there will be the movie or the movies, of course, I can't make reaction videos of the movie because this is illegal. But if there will be the movies, I will go and watch them at the cinema because I live in Japan. I want to remark this. And later, when I will finish watching the movie, I will make several live streamings. I mean, if there is the movie or the movies, I will go and watch it at the cinema. I will come back and I will make some live streamings, for example, movie one, movie one, part two, movie one, part three, because I have to analyze so many things that it will take so much time. Do you understand? And we will wait for movie part two if there are movies. If there is a part two with episodes, as always, I will watch it on TV and I will make all the reaction videos. Let's see what's going to happen. But let me tell you my ideas of what's happening in part two or in the movies. Okay, the rambling will start for sure. There will be someone who's going to die for sure, because it's obvious. But as I told you, if it's like Naruto, okay, follow me. If it's like Naruto, Itachi was killed by Sasuke. Even if they admitted that they love one another anyway, but Itachi was killed by Sasuke because that was the plan. I mean, that was how Itachi turned automatically, since he betrayed the Leaf Village somehow. He has never betrayed the Leaf Village, but okay, let's say that he betrayed. He did that on purpose because he wanted to encourage Sasuke to become strong and to create one more time the Uchiha clan. Plus, by doing this, the anti-hero, that means Itachi, was about to be killed or to be defeated by the hero of the village. In this case, even if Sasuke was still against the Leaf Village, but what Itachi really wanted was to make Sasuke as if he's the hope for the future, okay? Eren is doing the same. I mean, I think Eren said bad things to them because he wants to let them shine at the end of this adventure and to let them live a longer life. So if he is hated and they start going against him, the purpose of Eren is that they are going to kill him. And by doing this, Eren will be free forever, and Mikasa will be free from the pain she's feeling somehow, because she's always doing everything for Eren. She's always putting all her love to Eren. She's caring too much about Eren, blah, 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 that he wants to make Mikasa free too. Mikasa or Armin, because even Armin now he's struggling what to do, what not to do. Maybe Armin and Mikasa are about to kill Eren together. Can you imagine the two of them? I don't think Armin is going to transform into the Colossal. No. Can you imagine the two best friends as people versus Eren as a Titan, and they are about to kill him like this or something like that? Oh, but anyway, yeah, maybe Eren wants to be killed by them because by doing that, they can all be free from everything, from pain, from regrets, from love. I mean, from this painful love they feel, or this painful friendship that is turning into, that boom, like an explosion, it has to. And at the same time, Eren is saving everybody because he is carrying with him. Once he will die, he is going to carry away from the world pain, sadness, regrets, sacrifices, all the bad things of the world. He is going to embody them, and once he is killed, the world is free. If we follow Naruto, this can happen. Yeah. And then Mikasa. Okay, Armin, the curse on Armin will vanish in my opinion. So he's going to live longer. I mean, he's not going to die. Those 13 years of curse will finish, in my opinion. So Mikasa, Armin, and all the others. But all the others is not specified, okay? I mean, when Kruga is saying it is all the others. Yeah, but who? Because now there is even Falco, Gabi, there is Rainer, Peak, Galliard, what are Annie? There is still Annie over there. Mika Sarmin and all the others, but who are these others? We still don't understand. But anyway, Kruda was clear. Armin is there too, as a name in the statement. So that's why I think the curse of the 13 years will vanish when Eren will die. And Mikasa and Armin will rebuild the future world. And it will definitely be better. Because, one more time, Mikasa is an Ackerman and she can't forget memories. So she has this great thing. I mean, she can remember all the things happened and nobody can erase her memories anymore. Um, then, okay, what I hope is that she will have a baby with Eren because Eren is going to explain her everything later. I mean, before dying, maybe Eren is going to explain her why he had to do what he had to do. And if he can please kill him, it will be a tragedy. I will cry all episodes, or if I have to go to the cinema, I will bring 2 packages of tissues, I guess, because this will make me cry a lot as much as I cried last week. I mean, this is terrible. If Mikasa has to hear, look, what I said was all wrong, but Mikasa, do me a favor, kill me. Because if you kill me, the world can turn into something beautiful. If I stay alive, anyway, I have to die. So the fact that I have a time limit, it doesn't change anything. Kill me and I will be happier or something like that. Look, if he says something like this, I'm going to cry a lot. I'm going to cry a lot. No matter if it's here with the television, and in that case you will be able to see it live, or no matter if I have to go to the cinema, I think I will cry a lot. Armin, look, I have a funny thing to say. I already told you this in previous theories live streaming. I am afraid that after this curse will vanish, Armin is coming to the new generations. It's a funny thing, okay? But I imagine that Armin is coming with towards the new generations, and he has to become maybe a teacher or something. Because I think Armin is really skilled to be a teacher or to explain things clearly. But I imagine that he is coming with a book. Oh no. He's coming with a book and he's saying, okay, guys, look, let's start reading this amazing book. And maybe Mikasa is looking at him like, remember what happened when you decided to open a book and you decided to tell what you discovered? Can you imagine? But I don't think we will laugh. I think we will cry at this point. He's like, Yama, why do you want to make me cry? Come on. Okay, I cried with many other anime in my life. But why do I have to cry in this story too? I already cried a lot, actually, already. But if I have to go to the cinema, 2 packages of tissues per movie, I guess. Because I think there will be 2 movies. If there are movies, there will be 2, not 1. Because in 2 hours or 3 hours, let me think one more time. People say that everything will finish with 116, But the last chapter, it will be 139. That means we have 23 chapters or something like that, 22, 23. And if they adapt this into an anime, it will be good to 12 episodes. But if it's happening like in this case, like in part one, where you have one chapter per one episode. I mean, sometimes they adapt for one episode, they adapt one chapter only. It can be longer. So if it's a movie, it's impossible that has to be one movie only. There has to be two or three. Maybe it's a trilogy. No, but it's too long. Come on. No. At this point, it's better a part two. So you can also watch it immediately. Otherwise, you have to wait several months, I guess. You have to wait 6 months for sure. Because until everything stays at the cinema, like in the case of Demon Slayer, it takes lots of time. But this could be a problem because I think many people will complain or will be upset if they're about to be movies because they are not able to watch it immediately as we do. So yeah, for some reasons maybe the movie can have a greater quality, but it's better for fans to watch it immediately. So I don't think fans will agree if there will be movies. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay, I'm about to look. I don't have other theories to tell you because um, I don't know. But anyway, let's wait and see. In the meantime, I read your comments and hey, te amo. Oh, muchas gracias. Hello, saludos de Ecuador. Muchas gracias. Hola. Ciao, ciao, Michele. Ciao. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Yes, I always say this. Oh, Jordan. Thank you so much from Jordan. I like your reactions. Thank you so much for following me. Laughing in chapter 121. Oh, we still have to follow it because I think right now, what chapter is that? If they are about to finish in 116, if they say like this, it means that this was a chapter 114, 113. I don't know. Yeah, the sensei passed here. Sorry, he appears. He has to work. Where you watched the episode? Okay, I already replied. I like your reaction. Thank you, Megatama channel. I think it's CH stands for channel. Thank you so much. Can I tell you my theory? Oh, sorry. It's too late. Next time you can tell me. Fenomenale. Ah, grazie mille. In America tutti fanno così, cara, tranquilla, sarebbe. Ah, che ti chiedono where did you watch it? Oh, ok. Ospitarti e avere una discussione a riguardo ti stimo tantissimo. Ah, grazie mille, Michael. Ah, ricordati che loro sono usciti per lavorare alla ferrovia sul mare, il buco serviva. Ah. Ah sì, perché sennò non poteva passare la ferrovia. Ma non c'è mica, ma non c'è non ci sono le rotaie. Cioè sono usciti per creare la ferrovia. Ma la ferrovia poi da dove passa? Dal buco? No. Cioè, deve passare dall'altra parte? Perché non c'era la rotaia in quell'immagine lì, o sì, non mi ricordo. Oh, non mi ricordo, ora mi sto confondendo. Era stato creato dato che i giganti non erano più una minaccia. Ah, sì, 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 quello sì, lo so. Però non si vede la ferrovia, cioè la rotaia non c'è. Le rotaie non ci sono lì. Quindi dove le fanno passare per creare la ferrovia? Non lo so. Comunque sì, mi hai chiarito un dubbio già perfetto, grazie mille. I don't understand why they didn't release the episode yet because there was a problem. I mean, this episode was interrupted due to an earthquake, and NHK decided. I mean, Shingeki no Kyojin, but NHK decided to make you rewatch the episode 73 next Sunday together with episode 74. So there will be two episodes in a row. Hi Vincent, hi, ma buonasera, ciao, buongiorno. Nel mio caso buongiorno sicuro. Hi Ademar, hello. The curse of Yumiru doesn't work like that. Okay, but we don't know. We still have to finish the story, so don't tell me things like this because maybe in the last chapter you can be surprised. Who know that? Impossible for then finish this on chapter 121. No. Helly, I know this. I mean, I was answering to one of the things an Italian boy was saying. But yeah, for what I've heard, yeah, they will stop with 116. So, mm, yeah, we still have 22, 23 chapters to adapt somehow. Um, there are these two probabilities, but it depends because I don't know. I am not a manga reader. So I don't know if in part two there will be episodes that they need to adapt one chapter with one episode only. Because usually they use two chapters for one episode, but if there are moments in which you need more time and the episode has to be extended because they are just adapting one chapter, in this case you can have even multiple more episodes. Some people are thinking, uh, there will be 16 episodes for part one and 16 episodes for part two. That means a 32, but 32 is not a number for a season. Even 16 is a little bit strange, but everything can be. Let's see what they are about to announce the 28th with Anime Japan, and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, guys, I think for this, another long live streaming. Look, this time there was not the rewatch because I already explained you why. I mean, the reason why is because usually I watch it through official streamers, but this time the episode on official streamers still has to come out. And that's why I decided not to rewatch anything, also because I can't. Even with Amazon Prime, it's impossible here in Japan to find the episode because they didn't upload it already. So let's wait for Sunday because on Sunday, okay, wait, I have to explain you one thing. On Sunday, there will be 73 plus 74, and I will not put anything regarding the 73 because I just needed the last 3 or 4 minutes left. So you will not see me one more time reacting to Mika Saer and or Levi versus Zeke because it's pointless. Okay, I will start reacting from the flock scene in which there is the moment of Savis being beaten, maybe from that moment till all episode 74. So you will find 74 plus the ending of a 73. Let's call it like this. And the reaction video will come out 30 minutes after. I mean, there will be a delay of 30 minutes because I have to watch the episode until 1 a.m. So it will take time a little bit. But of course, I will upload the video as always. So stay tuned and keep on watching me. That's it. I think I had to say, okay. And then see you tomorrow with The Promised Neverland 2, the second to last episode of season 2. Then see you on Saturday with the Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai and Jujutsu Kaisen. See you on Sunday with this double episode. Okay, let's say 1.5 episodes in my case. Of Shingeki no Kyojin. And next week, I'm going to make the live streaming as always on Tuesday with my comments and thoughts, and on Thursday the double rewatch because today I was not able to rewatch episode 73. So next Thursday will be boom boom boom. It will be a combo. We will rewatch 2 episodes. I mean, I will rewatch 2 episodes in a row. Thank you so much for the support. See you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for following me. Mata ne.